welcome to CCN News Media On Point. And this evening, we're on point with an organization that's called IC Network, not for profit. And we're going to have Mr. Christopher come on in just a moment and tell us about the organization and what it is, what its goals are, and what it is doing presently to reach those goals. And so I'd like to take a moment for each of you just to introduce yourselves. And by that time, our guest will probably be on. His co-host is here already, Constance Henry. She's on, so she'll be able to introduce us until he comes on. So I'm Wanda Carter, your host. Welcome to the show. Can I get you to go, Karen, to tell people who you are?
Karen Calhoun, how are you, everybody? CEO of the Paul and Karen Calhoun Library for Liberation and Womanist Theology.
Ah, lovely. Thank you. Thank you so much. And what about you, Wanda Muhammad?
Wanda Muhammad here. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
And well, I can't say CEO right now because I'm not CEOing anything. My show is on hiatus for a little while. And I just did a wonderful pop-up shop thanks to Jazzy. Yeah, Jazzy came in town and helped me with a little pop-up shop.
Right.
Yeah, and now I'm just dispersing the remaining of my shop to grandbabies and great grandbabies for Christmas presents.
Christmas presents.
Yeah, thanks to Wanda, we just dropped off a few things at my son's wife's house. And so now her grandbabies and his grandbabies will have some Barbies. So I guess that's what it's all about, passing it around, keep it in the family. Got a chance to get out and meet some people and make some contacts. Got some great contacts. One lady is an attorney, Black lady attorney, has an office downtown. And she says she tries to keep her rates reasonable. She's not just about making some money. She has a passion for working with our young men so that they don't get into that bad track and into that trouble. And I met a wonderful young brother who has his own fine jewelry store down in the Diamond District here in Chicago. So for those that are looking for a nice ring or something, he's down on Wabash, and selling fine jewelry. So yeah, those are my great reports.
Excellent. Meant to say Jazzy.
No problem. Okay, so I'm Jazzy, also known as Najee Muhammad. I have a fundraising program. Also, I'm into community. So building the financial, more like Ujamaa and Kwanzaa. So, which means community economic. Anyway, we went into building communities' financial status together.
Okay.
So cooperatively. So that's what I'm doing now. And I'm very, very excited about that. And that's what I wanted to share with you guys here so that we can all, raise our financial footprint as an organization, as a group. So we're all building and growing together.
Thank you. Very interesting. Miss Levette, you want to introduce yourself?
Good evening, everyone. I've been having some technical difficulties, but I'm here. My name is Levette Haynes. I am founder of Limo, and that's Levette's In My Opinion. And I am journalist, and that's my journalist page for Chicago Communicator News Media. And I'm also executive director of Westside Cultural Arts Council at the Garfield Park Gold Dome, and sharing leadership with Wanda Carter with the Garfield Park Advisory Council. And I'm also a 50-year jewelry maker, and glad to be here.
Thank you. Wonderful. Oh, it's a bunch of beautiful, intelligent folks on this line, and I'm so happy that I called you back, Christopher. So hold on a minute. Let's get Constance in here and have her introduce herself. Constance, would you please tell us a little bit about you? And by the way, folks, this is one of my friends, one of my best friends' sisters. This is Thomas Say's sister.
Yes, yes. And thank you so very much for that. My name is Constance Henry, and I am the chairperson of the IC Network.
Oh,
And we help people that's blind, visually impaired, disabled, and domestic violence
oh,
reintegrate back into their communities. Um, People really don't understand or know what it is to lose your vision or to be blind. And
right.
some people isolate themselves, they don't socialize. All they do is go home and be in the dark. Where we try to bring them out and provide resources for them to help them get back socially as well as mentally. And also, um, I'm a tax preparer. I've been doing taxes for over 40 years. And I also have a non surgical body transformation that's would do liposuction, uh, butt lifts, and all of that as well. But my partner is just chimed in, and I want him to reiterate and tell you more about our organization, which is a non for profit. Christopher,
All
can
right.
you continue?
Christopher. Christopher, please tell us who you are and what role you play in the organization IC Network, non for profit.
Thank you. Thank you all for being here. I didn't really hear the beginning of the introductions, but my name is Christopher Ellington. I'm the treasurer, and I'm on one of the founding board members of the IC Network. And what we do, our vision is to build strong connections within the blind and disabled community. And our mission is to provide resources for blind and visually impaired individuals that empower them to live independently. So we basically empower and promote independent living. So that's what the organization does, and we have been doing that through different channels, such like the chairperson Constance spoke so kindly of social activities. We teach financial literacy. We do tutoring for workforce development because a lot of blind people are unemployed. So we do mobility training as well. So all the different areas in which it takes for a blind or disabled person to become independent, we pretty much empower them to do that. And we are a new organization. We've been established for 1 year. We just had our 1 year anniversary, November the 2nd. We had a big anniversary party, which turned out great. And we had another bowling event. So we have lots of different fundraising events because, as Constance spoke of, we are fundraising. We have a $10,000 fundraising goal to help people who are blind and disabled who are experiencing domestic violence and different hardships because it's a lot of it just not spoken. So a lot of people, some blind people don't even know how to call the police, let alone see when they pull up. So you we have the IC network, kind of like an underground railroad to help facilitate and pull people out of really hard, bad situations. And also, once they're out, we can show them how to live a good life. So that's what we do at the IC Network. My personal background is I'm an accountant, and I've been an accountant for over 15 plus years. I concentrate in 7 different areas: budgeting, taxes, credit, investments, business development, funding, and insurance.
Oh,
So,
my Lord.
yeah, so all of those, it's a full service. I have a full service financial services firm, and that's what we do. My office is in the John Hancock, downtown Chicago. That's where we're based out of. But we have other satellite offices in the south suburbs, south side, and other areas, and all over the world. So, yep.
Wow. Now that, Constance, you brought us a gem. Thank you. You bought us a gem. I've worked with Constance before, and I know she is a gem. So
Yeah.
she brought us another one.
Yep. That's what we
Oh,
do. Iron
all
sharpens
right.
iron.
All right, all right, ladies and gentlemen, you heard the forte. Now let's get busy finding out how we can work with this organization, and it will help us reach some of our goals. You know, we are CCN is a media organization, and our goal is to work with other companies such as yours to get the word out about what you do, how you do it, what kind of services you need, what kind of support you need, so we can tell other people so they can help you reach your goals. And so
Yeah.
each of us, everybody online, has a business interest, and we just introduced ourselves and shared with you what it is our interests are. Now we need to collectively see how we can work together. So I understand that your organization is worked with the blind and other disabled, or just the blind?
All disabled. All
All
disabilities,
disabled.
but it's a blind concentration because I'll tell you really quickly, we were formed by us all in attendance of the state blind school, which is a school called Illinois Center for Rehabilitation Education. I affectionately known as Icree Wood at 1151 South Wood Street. That's how
Okay.
all majority of the members were part of that cohort and different on different levels and different skill levels. And blindness is on a spectrum. So most people who are blind have other disabilities as well. So
Okay.
that's why our concentration is for blind, because it's kind of like, hey, it's the other disabilities kind of come and go. Blindness is like it sticks around.
Okay.
And also, and what he failed to mention, all the members, we are blind and visually impaired ourselves.
That's what I did mention.
Yes.
But yeah. Thank you for mentioning it again.
Wow.
I did not hear that, sir, and that
Oh.
is either.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's how we were
Oh,
formed.
my.
That's what I meant when I said that's how we were formed at the blind school. Yeah, we were
Okay.
formed at the blind school. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh,
But thank you
that
for
is so
reinforcing that. Yeah.
unique.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So all of our board members are blind. Yep.
What?
Oh,
Mhm.
I admire
God.
you all. I admire you all. That is so wonderful.
Yep.
Look at this. Now, come on. Oh, wait.
You know, Helen Keller, the great Helen Keller, who was a part of the movement, the Braille movement, she was blind, but her teacher, Anne Sullivan, was blind. You know, she was partially blind too. And so, oh, this is amazing. Wow, that's
Excellent.
mm.
Livette?
Wait, I gotta say
Yes.
this really quick.
Yes.
I'm
Okay.
sorry.
Go ahead.
He said that words to the mind. Wait, yeah, words to the mind is like light to the eyes. Is that the
Ooh.
truth to you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So true. And,
Yeah.
and another thing is I see all the time in my dreams. So it's like I'm not blind in my dreams.
Oh, I love it. I love it. You're so motivational. I just love it. I love it. Livette, you work with all kind of people. Give us your input on what we might be able to do to facilitate their getting the information out. I mean, what are you guys doing on a continual basis to promote what your organization does? What are you doing? What's your outreach strategy?
Okay.
Mainly. Oh, are you talking
on,
about
Livette.
IC Network or?
Yes, I was.
Okay, so for IC Network, what we do is we have events. So we do lots of different events because that's part of it's like a lot of different concentrations because social activities that provide healing and confidence and mobility and everything else that we're looking to promote as far as independence. And you have a good old time. So a lot of our concentration is around our events, which are very popular, so a lot of people, majority of the people that come to our events are sighted people, and they just always have a good time and keep coming back and asking when the next one. Yep.
Okay, all right. Levette, I'm sorry, I didn't mean. Thank you so much, Christopher. I appreciate that. Levette, you were going to say something?
Yes, I think the focus on business and what what's being offered, I think Chicago Communicator News Media, as we grow this media, it's very important to get your message out. And so through Chicago Communicator News Media, we're able to capture the events that we're doing, um, where people are able to capture history in a way that shows what our mission is. And we have a program that we do at the Gold Dome primarily, and that's called the Plan. And the Plan is PLAN, which represents peace, love, art, and nature. So it's an intergenerational program that brings uh, intergenerations together. And we sometimes pair off where we have a senior and a young person. Say, for instance, if I sing a song, then a young person does a choreography to my song. We have a DJ that might be a senior, and they are paired with a younger DJ that operates with a lot of digital. And so this is a mentorship kind of activity that encompasses the arts. And we usually have vendors and support the vendors because as small businesses, that's a avenue that they can grow. And also resource organizations, if you're not selling anything, then there's no vendor cost. And usually our vendor cost is about 25 to $50. And small businesses like that because so many uh, ventures in Chicago where they get vendors, they're charging them so much money, $300 to $600 sometimes. And if the wind blows and they don't make money that day, then it's a loss. So we're not in it as a profitable kind of activity, but we do collect the vendor fees as a fundraiser for our organization, Garfield Park Advisory Council. And that allows us to hire the entertainment, purchase maybe food that we need for our concessions. And those activities include a third Thursday skate night. um, we are doing our second house party on the 28th of December, a pre New Year's Eve. We're doing a Kwanzaa event on the 31st. And then 2025, we're going to do a house rendition every third Saturday of the month. And so we're doing that right now. But our main goal is to do venues where we can bring in small business because that is just a great way to help a business grow, but not do it by extortion of charging so much money. So, and as
Wonderful.
as a
Yeah.
jury maker, um, that's been a 50-year passion of mine. And then as a recording artist, those are the things that I do to sustain myself and that I can remain independent in my quest in this thing called life.
Yes, wonderful. Thank you
Yes.
for that. And that's a wonderful thing. And when I see us, I felt it when I first came in because I'm a child of God, first and foremost before anything else. And and I have spiritual discernment. And I felt when I came in the room, I said, "Oh, this is the place to be." I'm actually in a place. I'm cooking for my sister's birthday right now. I'm making her favorite meal, and I'm in the kitchen, and I'm like, "Okay, I know God said be here for a reason, and this is a great cause. Thank you so much."
my God.
And I'm
Wow.
sorry to interrupt, but can I just say that, I was very touched by you and I think it was Constance talking about their mission to help the blind, and sometimes you know others aren't thinking about that. And
Mhm.
I remember I'm retired from working at UIC in the Department of Medicine, but I would look out the window, and if it was snowing outside, that was they did have uh, instructors teaching the blind how to walk in the snow. And as I would look out the window, that was one of the hardest things to watch, because you could know how to hit the stick on the line, but the first sign of snow, that line disappears. So anyone that takes on that task to understand and have the empathy for the blind, it is something that we really all need to make sure that we're doing the right thing to keep our sight, because once that's gone, then it is a task. And the other in-depth things that you're doing as far as domestic um, concerns, it is just commendable. So I am glad to be on the show to hear more about what you all are doing.
And
And,
yes.
can I iterate? Because when people lose their sight, and people may not realize the person is still the same person, but they move a little different.
Right.
And
Mhm.
a lot of times that's when the abuse come in, even in their own home.
Mm.
And
Explain that
people,
statement.
Well,
Explain.
Mhm.
okay, I'm gonna speak on me for
Okay.
example. Okay, when I lost my vision, everyone know that I'm the most outgoing, going, doing everything, anything I could do to help. I'm the life of the party. Well, those things did not change. I'm still that person, but but some things I did was a little different, and people wasn't used to that because I have so much life in me. I still have that life in me, but I'm doing things just a little bit different,
Okay.
and they forget. Or they'll say, "Hey, do this, do this." Here. I said, "No, I can't do it like that anymore. I got to do this here." Or I asked them several times what it is. I have just a little vision. I don't have the vision I used to have. But I'm not driving. I was normally be all over the world by now. No telling. I kept a backpack. I would be all over the world. But I'm not doing that, and people respond to you different. People treat you different. All those friends and everything I used to have, some of them I don't have anymore.
Wow.
I don't get called upon to do different things like I used to. So they probably not even aware that they doing this here, because
Mm-hmm.
it affect not only just me, it affected everyone that was surrounded who loved me. And I
Yes.
had to be okay with that. I say some people can't accept that my vision got impaired. They can't accept that because of what I say. I'm still that person. I still have the same zeal within me. I'm
Yes.
thankful for I Creek because I thought when I went there, I was going to have a pity party. But once I got there and I met Christopher and I met some other people that had so much life in there, I didn't even think about what I was going through. I was so busy trying to help.
Wonderful lady. Wonderful.
Yeah. So, but it's awareness that people are experiencing domestic violence, being visually impaired.
Wow.
By their own family members, people they may know and love, and people may not be aware that they're doing that. And then sometimes people are afraid to ask for help. It's so much that people are experiencing. They embarrassed, or they self-esteem. They have low self-esteem, but
Yeah.
that's not Christopher. Oh no, it's not. But it's other people that we have worked with, and a lot of them are getting out of their shell. They have to feel comfortable. They not a now they become to be aware of their surroundings. When you blind, you can't see. You don't know who's in the room with you.
Right.
So if you encounter a blind person, let them know, hey, this is so and so. Don't reach to touch them, because some of them is jumpy, and just say, hey, I'm gonna guide you this way, and let them know, or follow my voice and let them follow that way. Because like I said, when you blind, you have to really, really trust the people you're around, to know that they will be safe, they won't fall, or they won't hurt themselves.
Right. Right.
And
Wow.
Well,
You.
I'm Karen. I am the CEO of the Paul and Karen Calhoun Library for Liberation and Womanist Theology. That sounds like it's abstract to what we're talking about, but your organization is so appropriate for right now. I mean, for such a time as this, because I hear everything you're saying. When it comes to any form of any form, this is the American story. This is, like you said, this is not a pity pot, and it's not just you said people treat you differently because you were blind. People treat people differently when they get older. I'm dealing with something that happened, and we can discuss it at another time, but I guess all I'm thinking in terms of is a partnership, in our organizations, because the large organizations need help. They have the funds, they have the money, but they don't have the expertise. And right now, it's almost like the SPED and disability systems, to have a child will learn under another blind person, a person who's visually impaired. I would invite you to watch the movie, or if you want to read the book, The Miracle Worker, the original one, with Anne Sullivan and Helen Keller. And this is it goes to show you that it has nothing to do with the person's humanity. We're in a world right now that humanity is missing.